What is going on, everybody? Big Shy here again. So we got another episode today of this guide for new players. So, as you all see here, I just expanded this wheat farm just a little bit so I can get some more wheat. And all you do is you hit it with your right fist, your left mouse button, and then you can replant your seeds with your right mouse button. So we're going to take some of this wheat. And before we do that, however, I have cleared out a bunch of trees. And we actually did spawn in a very good region. Now, chances are you may or may not get this good of a spawn with all this trees around you to have all this wood. You may end up in a desert. You may end up in a ocean. You may end up in a mesa. All of those do not have wood readily available. So my suggestion for that would be to travel until you find some wood and then try to go from there. Anyway, so I kind of made this ring of cobblestone around this section here. Now if we do F3 and F3 and G, that is going to show us this big square. Now this big square is considered a chunk in the game of Minecraft, and Minecraft is generated with chunks. So I put this cobblestone on the outside of the chunk, and as you can see, now we're in a different chunk. So that is how terrain and biomes and whatnot are all generated. Certain things can be generated in certain chunks. Now, when you spawn, I think it's one or maybe it's two chunks of distance that you can spawn in. So it's something to keep in mind. And if I remember correctly, anything that's in the spawn chunk will always be active no matter how far away you are in your world. So let's disable that real quick. Now the other function you can do is F3 and B. Now what this does is this shows hitboxes around all entities. So animals, here let me just, for example, we'll take some of this and we'll go like this. So this is useful. Some consider it cheating, but it's within the game, so I don't consider it cheating. But if you're trying to find items or something and you can't find the items, you do that, and then you're able to see where the heck they're at, wherever you're trying to look. So we'll disable both for now. Also, quick tip, when you're in water, space to go up, of course, and then shift to go down, and left control to put yourself into swimming mode. See, now you're in swimming mode. So, it's something to kind of keep in mind. It's kind of handy. Also, let me get back up on land here quick. Another quick thing. Once you hit E, you have on the left here of your character player, you got your helmet, your chest plate, your leggings or pants, and your boots. Now this is all for armor slots. Now this section here that's in the shape of the shield is where your shield can go. I like to put torches there, especially when I go down digging. Now, a simple way to do this is if you have it in your hotbar like so and you have it selected, you can hit the F key on your keyboard and automatically that will go into your offhand. And it is very useful because then as you're mining like such, you can just right click on the wall or right click wherever and it will place it. It's not only for torches, you can use it for blocks as well. But as you can see, I have dug down here. I've just been digging away off camera a little bit, took down some of the trees like I said. I was just digging because, trying to get to diamonds. Oh, but then it came across this. So now the little brown specks within the rocks, this is iron. It must be mined with a pickaxe. And that'll be iron, and let us get a couple more, and now iron, we can get iron tools and iron armor. Now it's not as good as diamond, of course, but it is still much better than nothing at all. Come on. So now we got some iron, and I found some more here as I was mining down. And iron is probably going to be one of your best items that you can get early on. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, we found a cave. Ravine? No, oh my goodness, it's kind of a scary cave. And then before iron, you should always get coal. Now coal, you guys did see me use the wood to make charcoal. And charcoal is just as good as coal. They both have the same properties. The only thing with charcoal is that when you get charcoal, it takes up wood. So if you don't have a lot of wood around you, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to get. So getting coal, as you can see here, is a huge amount of coal. This is a very large vein. I was not expecting it to be quite this large. However, coal is going to be a very, very good fuel source. It can smelt, one piece of coal can smelt up to 8 items in a furnace. Oh, and that is gravel. And you use your shovel to take gravel. And look at that, we got a piece of flint. And gravel is one of a few blocks that is affected by gravity in the game of Minecraft, so it will automatically fall. And it does not care what it falls on. You can suffocate and die from being crushed by gravel. Oh, and look at that, we have gold. Now, because I only have a stone pickaxe, I cannot mine it. I will show you, I can attempt to mine it, but because I do not have iron, nothing happens. So, that is why you do need to get iron tools as soon as possible. Well, not as soon as possible, but it's something to try to get fairly quickly. And honestly, it's not terribly difficult to acquire early on. However, depending where you spawn, it can be very difficult. Oh my goodness, am I already out of blocks? Oh my goodness gracious, I am out of blocks. So, we are going to have to use these blocks to get back up. I was not expecting that to be as productive, I suppose. Okay, so, now, personal opinion, everyone says something different, but when you are mining down to try to find diamonds, everyone has a different level of which they say you should stop at. Personally, I know where diamonds spawn. Diamonds spawn between layers 13 and 5, I believe. I personally like to dig between layers, 10, and between 9 and 10. Now, you can find diamonds at, any of those levels. However, I believe the best levels for it are 13 and 5, I think. Not 100% sure on that, of course, but as you can tell, if I hit the F3 key on my keyboard, now top left shows you all kinds of information in that paragraph. Now below that, you got the X, Y, and Z coordinates. So X is on the left, we're at 207, Y is the middle coordinate at 10, and Z is the other coordinate at 113. Now, the Z coordinate is this direction, so north and south, and the X coordinate is west and east. And then the Y coordinate is how high you are. So that is something to keep in mind. And it is also, this F3 screen, at least in Java, does provide you with a lot of information. Now, if you look underneath there, if you scroll all the way to the left here, you keep going down, reading all that, you'll see biome on the far left. And now we are technically in a forest. Now, if we go up there, it'll say something different. So, let me just grab some of this, and we should get up top and see what else. Again, this is not something that's usually very common, at least early on, but I also do like to have a mine down, so like during the night, I will mine down while I wait for the night to pass. We may have to explore this a little later, because this is, holy buckets, that could be very interesting for us. I was not expecting that. Now let's just get up here, and like I said, the only thing I really did off camera was chop down a bunch of trees, because we're going to need lots of wood. So, just so I can help you guys kind of understand. Oh, and the sun is starting to set. Okay, so we can take the charcoal out. Got a lot of saplings. We can put all this back. We are going to put most of this coal in there. Put this, and this back. Now also, while we're in the chest, most of these items will stack to a number of 64 per item. So as you can see, cobblestone stacks to 64. Tools do not stack together. Water bottles do not stack together. But most of these other items will stack to 64, with the exception of... Oh, there's a few exceptions. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now. But there are a few exceptions where there are some items that will only stack to 16. Anyway, I got this gold ingot. Shortly after I stopped recording the last episode, there was a drowned, a zombie that converted to a drowned. I killed him, and he dropped a golden iron ingot, or a golden ingot. So, that was interesting. But, it is nighttime once again. I was hoping to have a bed. Because if you have a bed, you can sleep through the night in Minecraft. So another thing about farming that, maybe a decent tip for everybody is that if you jump up and down on some farmland, it will break the farmland. And you have to hoe the land and plant the seed. Now this can happen from zombies and other hostile mobs. That can happen. So it's something to keep in mind. And also, let me show you guys a few other things. So if you go to the main menu here, and you can advancements, this shows you all the kinds of things you can do within your world. There is a huge amount of things you can do. There's lots and lots of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. So, yep, see, that's kind of what we're going to try to get soon here. And then also, options, and this is where you can change lots of things. Your skin, your video, if you now render distance, like I spoke before, chunks, so you can see how many chunks, and the higher you go, hopefully the better computer you have, because that does take a toll on your computer. Now I personally only like, right around, I like between 16 and 20 personally. Seems like a good distance. And then you can change all your lighting and all the other things, and shaders, you can always do that. You can always adjust the details. So there is a lot of stuff you can do in this menu. Now, personally, whoops, wrong one. Okay, so I go to, I'm trying to remember, is it here? Video, no, it's not. Oh, crap, can't remember. Controls. No? Music and sounds, okay. So this you can, the master and all, you can do all of these edits. Now the show subtitles button, I usually leave this on. You can turn it off, but I have it on, and as we will see here, let's see, is something going to happen? Okay, see, bottom right of the screen here, bottom right down here, it shows you, and you can hear, some zombies or other things, so it's kind of useful. Oh, look at that, there's another zombie. Oh boy, oh boy. Now, let's see here if I can show you guys how to do this. Now, when you're fighting hostile mobs, or any mobs for that matter, if you jump, you see those sparks? That was a critical hit. Another critical hit. And critical hits do more damage against whatever you're attacking. So it takes you less hits to kill them. Okay, so now I'm going to go and do this because I believe over this way, if they're still over here, oh boy, we got spiders. But hey, spiders are good, because if we get enough string, I can show you guys how to make things. Okay, that's a spider eye. That can be used in brewing, which we are a ways off from that from now. Whoop. Now, one thing I did forget to mention, early on when I first started playing, I was first recording, I showed you guys, all these little grass clumps, the first one I hit, I got some seeds. Now, that is not a very common thing. You only get the seeds that'll drop. It's like, I believe it's only a 10% chance. So you gotta go around and take down a bunch of these little pieces of grass to get some seeds. See? I mean, you can still get them, because there's usually lots of grass around wherever you spawn. But I failed to mention that in the previous video, and I apologize for that. Now, also, what seeds are good for, seeds can be used to breed other animals. There are some animals that will only be bred by certain types of seeds, I believe. Whereas, let's see here, if I can find some. There were some here when it was daylight, oh my goodness. Let's see here, are there animals over here? There were animals over here, my goodness, what the heck? There were animals over here not that long ago, okay. Dandelion? And that can be used to make yellow dye. You can dye many things within the game of Minecraft. Okay, so this is a chicken, of course. And are you going to react to me? You are. So, chickens like any type of seeds. And can we find some more? There's another chicken. And as you can see, they drop eggs. Whoa, crap. Whoa, boy, that startled me. Anyway, right click, and now they will breed. And they will have a baby chicken. The parrots and the bats achievement. So you bred 2 animals. Okay, got some more bones. Okay. Now, we want to do the same for cows. For cows and sheep, it is going to be wheat. Can we find another cow? We can. There's another cow. Okay. Right click, and the cows will make a baby. Okay, awesome. It's good to know because now another good food source, and also to note, all baby animals will follow a parent animal until they are fully grown. It takes roughly 20 minutes in game for a baby animal to grow up. But there, now we killed a cow for steak. Okay, raw beef. Well, what do we do with raw beef? We cook the raw beef in the furnace. And this works with all peaceful mobs. Each peaceful mob will drop something different. So let us run back here. Get our iron. Now with the eggs. Eggs have, I believe it's a 1 in 8 chance of when you throw the egg to spawn a baby chicken. Okay, let's get some of this stuff put away. We'll deal with that shortly. Okay, so we are going to cook steak. Meanwhile, we'll make some more bone meal and bone meal our farm. Oh, looks like it got trampled. We need to clear that out. Okay, and put the seeds back. Use bone meal to help grow it. And there we go. Now we got some more farm. However, this is going to be steak early on. By killing cows and smelting their meat early on is probably your best source of food, because it will heal your hunger bars faster and it will keep you fuller longer, otherwise known as saturation in game if you want to get technical. So if you can get cows together and let's say fence them in an area and continually breed them and then slaughter them when you need the food, it'll be very handy food source for you. Where'd you go? You hiding on me? There you are. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So, now. Woohoo. I heard something. Oh boy. Okay. So now, most people use the sword to attack mobs. However, any item can be used to attack any mob. Now, thing to note is that swords are used most commonly just because they have a faster attack rate, right? Which is good. However, the stone axe can deal more damage, but it has almost double the amount of time it takes before you can swing it again, as you can see by this little refill bar under the crosshair. So, it's 1.6 attack speed and 5 damage, where it's 0.8 attack speed and 9 damage. So, it's almost double the attack damage, but also it's a lot slower. But it's very useful for undead mobs, well, any mob in general. Now let's eat some steak, heal up some hearts. And how much string do we get? Let us see how much string we have. Do we have a lot? We have... Is that it? Just the 3? Oh, that's right, because we used it to make the fishing pole. Okay, well, we will need more string. Gosh darn squid, quit trying to kill yourself. No. Don't be going to kill yourself, dang it. Okay, now we're going to need our last piece of steak, and we will fully heal up. Okay. So. And then also, yep, it's always nice to, oh crapola, I forgot to grab. Now something handy to do early on, because if you do decide to build a little shelter and dig down, you will have lots of blocks of cobblestone and dirt or what have you, any kind of block, you'll have lots of blocks. So something nice to do, once you have a little setup like such, I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly like this, of course, but you kind of want to get a look around your surroundings. So try to get to a high place, and then pillar up. Now, how you do this is you jump and then right click to place a block. So jump, and you can use this technique to get away from mobs, to get up to see a bunch of things, which is what we're going to do. Now do not, after you're this high, you can hold shift, and this will force you into crouch mode and you cannot fall off the block. However, if you do not hold shift and you go over the edge of the block, you will fall and you will die because it is too high for you. So now you can kind of look around and see, okay, well, what can I go explore? I see this is a really big swamp biome, bunch of forest, it looks like plains over there, and something over there we might go look at real quick before we end this episode. And let's go take a look at that real quick. That's we use the shovel because it's dirt, not dirt and not some kind of stone material. And a shovel will take out dirt, sand, and gravel a lot quicker than your hand or any other tool. So, and also, if you double tap on the W key, it'll help you to it'll force you into run. I mean, you can't run forever, of course, but it's very useful for getting away from mobs very quickly. And then spacebar to jump, of course. We got some more flowers over here we could take a look at as well. So, some more flowers that can be used for dyes. And dyes are handy for dyeing sheep if we can find sheep. Oh my gosh. Really? I just said it and there's a sheep. Really? So now, I do not want to kill the sheep. I don't have it on me. Gosh darn it. Okay, let's run back quick to our storage section. Also, another thing to note, because I know I did not mention it in the previous episode. If you are taking things down, or let's say, for instance, you die, in the game, it immediately starts a timer. As soon as an item hits the ground, you have 5 minutes to get back and pick up those items. Because if you do not, they will despawn. When an item despawns, it disappears forever. Okay, so 2 iron ingots make a pair of shears. And I'll show you what we can do with the shears real quick, because shears are kind of a useful tool. It's not utilized as much as I personally think it should be. Weird noise. Okay, let's see if we can find that sheep again. It's over this way, I believe. Over by these flowers. Right? Or it was. By these flowers. Chicken, cow. Where's the sheep? There's the sheep. Okay, so what we're going to do with the shears is we're going to shear its wool. Oh, darn. 1 piece of wool. Oh, there's more. So what you can do, the sheep will regrow its wool by eating grass. So you can use that as a farm. And that could be a tutorial later on if you guys would be interested in that. Another sheep. And now we have 3 pieces of wool. Now we can make a bed. So, and unfortunately, in the current game of Minecraft, as of right now, this current version, which is 1.14.4, you cannot reset your spawn. However, if you are playing on Bedrock Edition, and you create a bed, and you click on it, you can create your spawn point. So let us run back real quick here. And we will craft ourselves a bed. Crafting table. Oh, and see what else we can make. We can make ladders because of sticks, carpets, and a painting. We need some wood. Okay, so we'll just take some of this. Now, if you take a full stack like this, you can right click it and it'll cut whatever stack you have in half. So it's kind of handy to have. Here, another zombie. Zombie villager, though. Hello? I don't see him. Must be underground. Aha, there you are. Okay. Now, that is another topic. Now, zombies, they spawn. They have a 5% chance when they spawn to spawn as a zombie villager. Now, I could heal him. But the only way I could heal him is by creating a splash potion of weakness and then feeding him a golden apple. Both of which we do not have access to as of right now. In order to get a potion, we got to go to the nether. So that'll be something else. Anyway, got sidetracked. Okay, let's make some planks. Let's make a bed. There's our bed. Okay then, now a bed needs 2 blocks to be placed. And you can dye the bed whatever color you'd like. Let us see, what do we have? We could do a yellow dye. Sure, why not? So you take the dandelion. That gives you yellow dye. You put that in with the bed, and you got a yellow bed. There you go. And see, now if I right click on it, I can't sleep. Now if it was bedrock, I could. However, it is, I don't know, is it getting close to nighttime? I cannot tell. Where's the sun? Where is the sun? I cannot tell where the sun is at. I'm assuming it's nighttime? Gonna be coming nighttime? Let's see here. I cannot tell. It's gotta be, it must be turning dark soon then. And then I think we'll sleep in the bed. And we'll get that. Yeah, I think it's turning nighttime. But also, we need some more food again. Like I said, food is the one thing in this game that, as long as you're playing in survival, it's one thing that you seem to run out of. Now, I will show you something you can do if you are desperate for food and you have no source of food whatsoever. You can eat anything raw. However, you can also eat zombie rotten flesh. It may or may not poison you. It does have a small chance of poisoning you. We got a lot of apples that we got from the trees, so we can use that too. And also the wheat, which is handy. Oh my goodness. Handy to have early on. However, wheat does not grow the fastest, and any crop you plant will, it does not need to be next to water. Well, most crops, there are a few. However, if you do not have it near water, it will still grow just extremely slowly. And most of them need some kind of light. So if you don't have any light source, they will grow slowly, which is why I put a couple torches around. So let us see here. Okay. No. Players are not ready for this. Okay. How do I deal with this? We take the flint, a piece of iron. Okay, this is a good, put this like this, you get a flint and steel. Now, I will show you guys how to deal with a pillager raid. This is called a pillager raid. This is new to Minecraft 1.14. What these guys do is they roam about your world, and they like to go and raid villages and try to kill villagers. And if you kill the guy with the banner there, you will get the bad omen effect. And if you walk into a village, it will spawn a raid, and you have 7 waves you have to manage. Now, these guys are not attacking me yet because I'm not close enough. However, if I get close enough, they will start attacking me. I have no armor. I have a stone sword. Let us go get a better sword. We have the iron. These guys will still be tracking us. So we need something to kill them quickly. Now the flint and steel, here I'll show you real quick. It can light things on fire. It is used for many things. But I will show you how it can be used to defeat these guys. Okay, we're going to take an iron sword for right now. And, oh boy, what can we do? We need chest plate. and leggings. This way we get some kind of armor and some boots. Now you can shift and this will go onto your avatar. Okay, so now we have some armor. Now we can take these guys on. Not completely 100%, but there's only 3 of them. There's usually 5. So these guys, see, now they're going to start attacking us. Oh, okay, they're going to kill themselves. That's fine. Let them kill themselves. Gotta kill these guys first, because these guys are the ones that we don't really care about. Okay, so now this guy's going to be the hardest because you have to light him on fire. If you don't do this and you kill him, you will get the bad omen effect. See, I killed him with the fire and I do not get the bad omen effect. Here, let's put this away. Otherwise, you would get the bad omen effect. I suppose I could have done it just to show you guys. However, this is the easiest way to deal with them, at least as of right now. This is not my original tactic. I have learned this through other people. So do not think that this is my original idea. It is not. I do not want to take credit for it because I am not the one that came up with this tactic. So, now that we've used all our iron, we got stuff out in the distance. However, it is turning to nighttime. And I don't know why they... So those pillagers, they have a pillager outpost. And with them spawning here, that indicates that there is a village possibly nearby, or there is a pillager outpost possibly nearby. Both of which could possibly be dangerous if you're not equipped. But as you see, we just made this armor, so that helped us defeat these guys. Excuse me. Anyway, we're going to finish eating apples. We are going to sleep. There we go. Okay, and I think for today, that is all we're going to do for today. That is a lot, and this has been a longer episode. And I appreciate you guys watching to the very end. And thank you all very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.